every time. काय झालं का तुमचं भाषण?
हो, तुमची गाडी आल्याबरोबर ताबडतोब बंद केलं.
नाही, कशाला?
नाही, आय हॅव गिवन दी
अच्छे बोल रहे थे. हाँ तो हमारे सामने बोलते ना. बंद क्यों करने क्या जरूरत? चलता अच्छा. शुद्धि में रुक गए. हाँ. ठीक. जरा. हाँ. I'm very happy to see you all here. I went to Iran in the year 1971. Somebody has to translate. Or you all understand English, I think so. And I was surprised that the people there were just prepared to get their realization. And at that time, you had this king ruling there. We had a program in some hall, and many people got their realization. And after that, all these problems came in, and I couldn't keep contact with them at all. But they must be somewhere, all of them, who got their realization at that time. Also, some people were cured with Sahaja Yoga. Now, the time has come for us to be awakened. All these problems of fundamentalism, which have not only troubled you, there are fundamentalism everywhere, the whole world. There are Christians who are fundamentalists, there are Jews who are fundamentalists, all kinds of things that, as you have seen that how first so many Muslims were killed in Yugoslavia, and now many Muslims are killing. It's going on between this and that area. Nobody has business to kill anyone, but it is happening. The reason is, it's gone into their heads that they are perfect, they have got everything. This is the worst thing that has happened in the name of God. God can never make some people available to religion and others not. These are all great saints, seers, prophets, incarnations, born on the same tree of life. Only people pluck those flowers and they are fighting with these dead flowers. Everybody is in danger these days. Everybody. Now these Shias who are in Iraq are in danger. They are hounded at by this Saddam Hussein for no reason. Kurds are in another trouble. It is impossible to understand that they never see that they are doing such horrible things in the name of God. So awakening is needed. Unless and until you are awakened, you will never understand it. Now this Sahaja Yogi, who is a Muslim and his wife is a French lady, they have written a very nice book explaining Quran very clearly. We had about 62 people from different countries, like Algeria, all these countries around the Mediterranean Sea, African countries, Senegal, who were communists. And they think now they have lost their faith in communism. So maybe the people might fall into fundamentalism. And they are very much worried about it. So they are all coming to India for about 5 days. They are going to have a proper understanding of Sahaja. Sahaja Yoga is the culmination of all the religions. As Muhammad Sahib also has said, you have to be a wali. He has talked about resurrection, Qiyamah, a complete chapter is there. But they don't want to talk about it. And the Shariat that they have using is actually from the 5 Injils, from the 5 books. The third book of Irmaya, where in English they call it Jeremiah, where Moses was the one who talked of this Shariat, because when he came from the mountain of Tur, he found the people were absolutely getting into complete decadence conditions. Absolutely. All kinds of horrible things they were doing. Got a fright. He said, how can I tell them about these 10 commandments? They will never listen to me. They have gone beyond any redemption. So then, because they were so badly off, he made these rules of Sharia for the Jews, not for the Muslims. That time there were no Muslims. But the Muslims took all these 5 angels as a part of their religion. Out of that, they picked up this. And they started using this Shariat. Shariat is not in Quran. Muhammad Sahib has not taken note of it, I think. Shariat is in this another 5 books of the Old Testament. So this was taken over so much by the Muslims because other religions are more money oriented. A Christian religion is more money oriented. They want to make money in the name of God. But Muslims thought that better to take to power. So they made it power oriented. To make it power oriented, they had to suppress the people. They had to tell them that you can't do this, you can't do that, this is not proper, that is not proper. Otherwise, if you do like this, we'll cut your throat or your hands will be cut. And they do all these things, no doubt, because I've been to Riyadh on every Friday. People are buried alive in the hot sand. Only their heads are kept out. And so many people go to watch it. They really enjoy watching that. So horrible it is. They are just, burning inside. The hot sand is burning them. They can't get out. And only you can see their faces and head, and they ultimately die. This kind of cruelty, how could it be possible for God to do? Because He is Rahmat, He is Rahim. And it is even worse than gas chamber, I can tell you, because you see in front of you somebody dying like that. But when they are there, they don't drink, they don't smoke. They do it secretly, they do. Once I was traveling from Riyadh to London and I slept off. When I opened my eyes, they were all in burqa. They had come in burqa, they had covered themselves up and everything. Then I got up, I saw very fashionable ladies, very fashionable. I thought we stopped somewhere or what. So I asked the air hostess, did we stop somewhere? I said, no, it's a direct flight. But I said, how these ladies, how have they come in? They said, they are the same. You see, they are wearing the burqa and all that. Now see, this is what they are. They're painting themselves, they're all doing everything. So this is unnatural. Muhammad Sahib was a very practical man. He would never have said something very unnatural. It's unnatural. Of course, he asked women to cover themselves up. Also, one of the reasons is that the place is full of dust. Even the men cover their heads, mouth like that. So full of dust. And he respected women so much. He thought that the women should not be abused as prostitutes. So he said, whatever it is, because there were very few men, very few. Most of the young men had died, and so many women. He said, you marry 5 times if you like, but marry. Don't have women who are uh, like prostitutes. So, to give importance to marriage, he married himself and he made others also marry. But it's not compulsory that you should marry. Under those circumstances, in Sanskrit we call it samayachar, the time. That was the time. And according to the time, these people found out things, what is to be done for that particular time. Now, for example, now we have drugs. They didn't have drugs at that time. Even Muhammad Sahib time, there were no smoking. He, of course, he knew about the alcohol, so he said no more alcohol. But there was no smoking, so Muslims think that if you smoke, it's all right because it's allowed. It's an escape, just an escape. Now the drugs also, I was surprised in these Arabic countries, they are taking drugs. Young people are taking drugs. Quite a lot, even ladies take drugs there. It's very surprising. The reason for that is again that in the Quran there's no word of drugs. Now Quran itself was not written at the time of Muhammad Sahib, as you know very well. There's a very great scholar who has written about it, that Muhammad Sahib got all these inspirations and he told people to write who were of his age group, his friends and things, very reliable people. But they couldn't write anything. So they remembered everything by heart. 40 years they didn't write. Then they were getting old, so they asked their children to learn how to write, and they told the children. So now from Muhammad Sahib to these people, which was kept in their memory, then it was given to the children. So you can imagine there is authenticity of Quran also could be little bit doubted, because maybe there are certain things that have gone wrong. I think the biggest mistake was this, that it was said that Muhammad Sahib said that I am the last prophet. He never said that. If he had said it, why should he talk about Qiyamah, about the future? If he was the last, he should have done with the Qiyamah part. Why did he keep it hanging in there? That shows he never said it. But apart from that, the word is that he was the seal. It means also stamp. Even in Arabic language, it means stamp. So he is one of the stamps. Like in the Indian scriptures, we have the primordial master. Then we have this master incarnates. Like in Iran, you had Zoroaster. According to Sahaja, Zoroaster was the same. 5 Zoroasters came there to preach about God and religion. These were the people who are now in India, who ran away from there. We call them Iranians, you see. They ran away. This is Persepolis, you know that, where Shiraz, near Shiraz, where the whole capital was there at that time. Now all that was over, and then they didn't want to say that Muhammad Sahib was one of the incarnations of the primordial master. They wouldn't say that. What they said, that he was the last. Now logically we must understand, if he was the last, then why did he talk about resurrection, about the future? Also, he showed tremendous respect for Christ and his mother. Even in the Bible, there is no respect at all. She's called as a woman in the Bible, but he said that nobody dared say anything against her character, because he knew what she was. Many things could not be explained that time. Also, all the time the war was going on, you know that. And there were tribes who were attacking them. He had to go from here to there, and they were all destroyed. quite a lot of people were destroyed there. So many people were destroyed in these wars and in these big invasions of the other people. Even Muhammad Sahib was given poison. All the time people were after his life. And in that, whatever was possible, he has explained it in that short time. Beautiful things. I mean, Islam is one of the highest things you can think of. But Muslims are nowhere near Islam. Muslims are here, Islam is there. Like in any religion. I'll tell you about Christianity. Christianity, when Christ died, this fellow, Mr. Paul, who was a Roman executive or secretary, bureaucrat, working with the government. So, he thought that all the blame of the death of Christ will fall upon the Roman government. So first thing he said that Christ was killed by Jews, so condemn them. Poor things, for years together these Jews were condemned, and every action has a reaction. Because they were condemned, so now they have become aggressive. Then this Paul thought that this is a very good platform, he can jump on it. And he found this fellow, whose name was Peter, who was the weakest disciple of Christ. Christ had said that the Satan will take you over, had said it. In the Bible it is. So he got hold of this fellow, Peter, and both have joined hands, and they re-edited Bible. Despite that, there are lots of truths there left, but they re-edited. And in that, he said that Christ said that Peter will establish a church, and I give him the key. It's impossible. Say now we have so many surgeries. Among them, the one who is the weakest, good for nothing, for whom I say that Satan will take over. Do you think he will be appointed as the head? Not possible. That's how this horrible Roman Catholic Church started. Now the less said the better about Roman Catholic. They are, firstly, very money-oriented people. So many things are coming out about them that's shocking. Very licentious, horrible people. They have been abusing children. Their priests have been doing all kinds of things. And the church itself has counterfeited $10 million, counterfeited, and distributed through their bank. Why should any divine person think of having a bank? They have a bank of their own. Can you imagine? And in the bank, they use the counterfeited money. And that counterfeited money is distributed. I'm now recently living in Italy. So many things are coming out about this church. Now the latest is that this Pope has taken 500,000 pounds as a kickback from one man. This man was arrested. And he said that he's taken a kickback from me, but I have been giving him since long. And now it was also said that, it's there, that he has a keep. He had her there in Warsaw, and he has brought her here. And this book, there is one book in the name of God where this author, English author, American, he's American, he has pointed out that this Pope has murdered the previous Pope. He has been a politician, he sent lots of course it was in time also, lots of bombs and things to Warsaw, to Poland, and many people were killed. A divine person. Why should a divine person do all these things? This shows that all these, even Hindus are terrible people if you want to hear about them also. It's terrible. I don't know how they are Hindus, because it's written in the Gita that in everybody's heart there is the spirit. So how can you have caste system? And his own book, that is Gita, was written by an illegitimate child of a fisherwoman. So this caste system was created later on by the so-called Brahmins who never knew what is Brahma is. Then Buddhists, another nonsense. They are terrible. Recently, this Dalai Lama, he's a beggar. He's begging everywhere money, you see. He has got so many wrinkles that you can count them. He said, surprisingly, that we cannot have one universal religion because we are all different people. Because they want to fight. Because if you have one religion, then who will fight who? They want to fight and kill others. So this great power of killing others will be lost once you become one religion. So he says we don't believe in universal religion. We are all different people. How are we different? See, if you cut your hand, the same bone, the same nerves, the same arteries, veins, everything in everyone, whether you are Irani, Indian, English, American. There is no difference at all. It's skin deep, absolutely skin deep. What is the difference? We laugh the same way, we cry the same way. We don't cry from our ears, we cry from our eyes only. All of us. What is the difference is all our, you see, hair grow out of our head. They don't grow out of through our nose or something like that. It's a funny thing, that we are different. We are not. I mean, it's surprising. How can they say such a thing about God, that He created us different? Of course, there's a skin difference. It is, after all, supposing you were all just the same. It would have been so boring. Everybody looks the same like a robot, you see. Everybody, there's no expression of anything. The same nose, the same eyes, and you wouldn't be able to make out also who is who. So the variety was created. The variety was created just to create beauty. It's important that there should be variety. Whatever God has done for our good, we always make a mess out of it. That's the speciality of human beings. Whatever good things He creates or does that, we can easily make a mess out of it. So now it is important that we all should get our realization first. We all have to become the wali. Wali you have to be. And once that happens, then you will be surprised. You will know Muhammad Sahib much better, you know Islam much better. And you know all the religions that are contained together. So many things happen now. Tomorrow's lecture I am going to tell you all about it. What great things are going to come once we all become one with this Ruh, with all this all-pervading power. They have talked about Ruh, but Islam is only nothing but Ruh. While the Muslims least bothered. Where is the Ruh? They never find out. Only thing they know is to kill somebody or to this thing. Really, it is impossible to understand this fighting business. Is so much. Go on fighting. They are actually, I should say, a little naive. So their fundamentalism is open. Christians are no less fundamentalist, terribly fundamentalist. In England, there's only one religion, is this Church of England. Other religions are not religions at all, only Church of England. Great fundamentalist, apart from Catholic Church. Now how far they are going? They are very liberal. First they said, some of them said that Christ was homosexual. Can you imagine such a thing? All right. So now they are having homosexual marriages. in the church. This is the situation of all the religions today. All kinds of stupid things they are doing in the name of God. How can in the church you marry such things and then you can adopt a child and do like that? Because reason is they want money. So now, if you want to have money, you have to, it's like an election, like the votes. So for these votes, you have to accept whatever they say. There are no fundamental principles, there is no fundamental value system. Whatever people say, all right, we'll do that. This is how the religion has come to this time. And I don't know how many more stupid things they are going to do and how many people they are going to kill in the name of God. All of them think that God is in their pocket. Whether you are Christian, Hindu, Muslim, anything, one can commit any sin. There's no restriction. But a Sahaja-yogi cannot. Sahaja-yogi has to practice what he preaches. If he doesn't do it, he gets out of Sahaja-yoga. Cannot. But he does it. I don't have to say these are 10 commandments, nothing. You get the light of your spirit and you yourself will look after yourself. I don't have to bother. You become your own masters, your prophets, and you look after yourself. I don't have to bother about it. It is as simple as that. And nowhere in all this religion there is even an essence of love that is God. Whether it is this or that, they are all full of greed and lust. Absolutely. Sometimes I feel at the helm of affairs, we have people who are much worse than us, much worse than even ordinary people. They do all kinds of nonsensical things. In Riyadh, you have to do 5 times namaz. And there's mutawwas, they are standing with hunters, you see. And they close all the shops 5 times. Now, if any lady is there or somebody, if she doesn't cover her head fully, they'll come and hit you. They may not be Muslims, but you are supposed to cover your head. Such injustice and no freedom of any kind. While the prince and princess, that they are horrible life they are leading, horrible. And the other people also, the sheikhs are, you know what kind of people they are. They have no right to call themselves Islamic. They have no right. No character, nothing. Horrible people. So now we have to now understand that all of us should take to something that is reality and must awaken ourselves to that reality to enjoy life. Now time is come for you to enjoy. We have had enough of this nonsense. Now we can stop it and finish it off. Doctor must have told you that how physical, mental, emotional problems can be solved so easily with this. Also material problems can be solved. I hope all of you understand the importance of your own personalities, because you are Iranians here. If you want to save your people, you have to work it out yourself. We have already some Iranians who are Sahaja-yogis. I don't know if you have met them. There are some Sahaja-yogis already, Iranians. They come to Turkey and then go back. We are going to have a Diwali Puja in Turkey, where all the 5 these Eastern Bloc people and Russians are going to come. And all these Muslims might come also. They have given us a very nice place there, and we might have that there. will be a good idea to meet all of the people who are enlightened. One thing good about Russians and these communist countries is that their government may be bad, but you see, they are very open hearted. I mean, they are so sensitive to spirituality. In one place called Taliati, there are 22,000 Sajogis practicing. Just like that, spreading so fast. They are so open minded. They are so susceptible. They are so sensitive. Just seeing my photograph, can you imagine? Thousands of them came. I said, how? He said, it is, you can see, mother. And Rajneesh and all these people, they just threw them out. Except for these Azerbaijans. You see. Poor things, they smuggle Quran there. And this is, Americans are doing this trick. You see, Americans are very clever. They want to create problems. So they gave them these Bible, these Qurans, and they were smuggled. Saddam Hussein, they are trying to retain somehow or other. They could have arrested him long time back, but he's still there. ह्यांचा काय पॉलिसी आहे समजत नाही मला. What are they up to, these Americans? They themselves gave him so many ships and things, and later on they were bombarding their own ships. Germans built his bunk, and they said, this bunk you cannot destroy because we have built it, we know what it is. So all the European countries helped this Mr. Saddam Hussein, and now he's on their back. So it's a big game of politics and nonsense that's going on. All these things will soon be disappearing because people know now. Everybody is getting exposed. And I'm sure some sensible people will stand up and say that stop all this nonsense now. Let's take to reality. If you have any questions, I would like to answer you also.
I went to Iran 1988, and I really felt the darkness. The energy was very bad, and to know that and it made me, when I come back, I was very upset that how could the country and the people, the spirit, to be saved. And I find that many people, they start not to believe in the Quran, like not to believe the same way like they used to. I saw this woman who always prayed like for 50 years, and they killed her children and her grandchildren. And she said, I'm not going to believe in this nonsense anymore. She was not praying anymore. And I was kind of worried that it's going to affect them spiritually, that, you know, because of what has happened. But in my heart, I know that all this thing happened, that the people, they realize the ruh, what is the truth of their own being, instead of, you know, what they have been, what they learned through the history, and whatever they learned through the history, they encounter with the reality of what it is, with the killing and with all this nonsense that has happened to them. But I am praying, like I said in my heart, that it's going to be for the best, that they're thinking to be just vanished from all this darkness, and the light come, and the light is the only thing can save the nation.
Actually, you must get your connection. You should get connected to God Almighty. Then there's no need even to pray, even to just to desire, it works out. I want you Iranians to really get in connection with God Almighty, and all of your desires will be fulfilled. But first the connection must be there. Without the connection, if you are praying, what's the use? Many people in Iran also think the same way as you are saying, very much. But they are little helpless because they are not free, you see. I hope tomorrow you will get more people from Iran. There was great feeling for Iran. So Fatima was there. Her two children were killed there. It's a very sad story. And now, despite all oil and everything, I've heard that people are getting very poor there. And even small children of 12 years or so are carrying guns in their hands. It's a mad world. We have a company of shipping, Indo-Iran, and the officers who go there and come and tell us the story about it. Already there is one doctor who's married an Indian girl who is a Sahajogi. But they are all afraid to talk about Sahajoga because, you see, it's a military rule there. Cannot say anything. But there are. But outside Iran, you can work it out. It's a very silent revolution that's going on in the whole world. Now in Sahajoga, there are 55 countries. 55 countries. And they all love each other. Never a problem of any quarreling, fighting, nothing. Tremendous love. So all this racialism, all these artificial barriers which separates human beings is absolutely finished. And you'll be amazed that you have friends everywhere. We have an Iranian girl who came from Iran to Rome. She went to the ashram immediately. They said, "Let's just come along." She's staying there. And then she met me because she had a realization in, I think, in Turkey. So she went back. Then she came. And she came to this ashram. She's very nicely settled there. So all over the world, people are there, your brothers and sisters, will be very happy to help you in every way that is possible. It is not for any money or any favor, anything, but it is for love. Any other question? They are all got realization. Your namaz is nothing but realization, that's what it is. Islam means surrender. Islam itself means surrender. And the whole namaz is nothing but awakening of the Kundalini. But they don't understand, like a physical exercise, they do namaz without understanding. Nothing goes in the heart. The religion is not inside, it's all outside.
Yeah.
Without love, what is religion? Because God is love. He is truth. But truth is love. नाना जेवायला वगैरे वाढा जेवले सगळेजण व्यवस्थित बरं झालं. So I hope you'll have more Iranians tomorrow for the program. Everywhere we are getting 1 or 2 Iranians coming to the program everywhere. But in Turkey we had many. They come to Turkey, they are allowed, I think, to come for holidays or something. So we had many there, and now they have gone back. And secretly they are spreading Saj Yoga there, giving realizations to people. Also in ancient times, the son of Rama went through Iran. His name was Love. He went to Caucasus. That's why the Russians are called as Slavs. Because his name was Love, Slav with love. Now this is said in our Puranas that when he went there was a temple of a goddess called Hindolika on the way. In Iran itself, there was this temple. But I don't know the exact spot where it is. And they used to worship the goddess in those days. But then the whole thing was very different. They used to worship women, mothers, very much in those days.
Do you have any Israeli Sahaj Yogas?
Like fiber?
Do you have any Israeli Sahaj Yogas?
Anyone in Israel?
Israel. We have a center in Israel.
I have a sister there, so
Huh?
I'm curious.
There is a center in Israel. There are 20 people who are Sajogis. What happened from Russia? Those Jews who went there, they started a center.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they write to us.
Because I wonder too what's happening over there. You know, so many bad things are happening. So many bad things are happening over there, in between countries.
They're gone off their heads, I think. See, they have suffered so much. And that reaction is there. There's so many bad things they are doing, you see. So what happens, always anger, always begets anger. They got it from Hitler, so now they are giving it back. Horrible things are happening there. But gradually, I'm sure this time the election was good. They say the premier is a good person. Maybe they might change. But it's wrong. It's wrong to behave like that. They also suffered a lot. All the sufferings are now coming out. When it's all human creation, this kind of hatred. First of all, that they killed Christ. So they were treated as something very low. Also, they were regarded as a low race. They suffered a lot. This Freud was he was a Jew. And what he did, that he thought that in Christian religion there is this original sin. So he started his own theory. So many jumped on him and they started worshipping him. All kinds of things. It's very difficult. But do you know, when the Jews ultimately lost everything, they came to India and settled in Kashmir. And they are even now called as Lakshman Jew. Their surnames are Jew. And also Moses died in India. He died in India. फिर छुट्टी करें आप Tomorrow also Devu Chaudhary has come to play sitar. And he's a very well-known artist. He came to me long time back. And since then his creativity has improved a lot. He had a thumb which was artist thumb which used to go into spasms. With Sahaja Yoga he got cured. Since then he has been playing, and now his creativity has reached the highest level. He's got a very big award from Indian government also. So I'll take your leave now. May God bless you. Very nice to have met you. Now I can see great hope for Iran. Very great hope.